Здравствуйте, дорогие друзья! Рад приветствовать вас в Центре технологий и технологического предпринимательства Digital October. По традиции спрашиваю, кто из вас сегодня первый раз в нашем прекрасном месте? Свет Берегулина, опусти руку. Отлично, тогда несколько слов скажу о том, кто мы и что мы. Здесь мы существуем для того, чтобы проекты, технологичные проекты в России развивались и служили жителям не только России, но и глобально. Для этого мы предлагаем вам встречаться, предлагаем вам приходить сюда и посещать многочисленные конференции, которые здесь проходят, и в том числе организуем подобные Knowledge Stream образовательные проекты. Несколько слов скажу и про Knowledge Stream. Knowledge Stream – конференция длиной в год, так мы ее называем. Это возможность в режиме телемостов встречаться с очень интересными людьми. С интересными людьми из совершенно различных областей науки, бизнеса, инноваций и технологий. Это те люди, которые делают нашу жизнь интереснее, быстрее. И сегодня мы встретимся с человеком, который работает на поле инноваций спортивных. Этот человек Блейк Вустер, который расскажет нам, как запрограммировать победу и проанализировать все то, что происходит на поле с футболистами и не только. Я думаю, мы уже можем поприветствовать Блейка. Блейк, hi. Do you hear me okay?
Yes, I hear you fine, thank you.
Good, thank you. And before we go to Blake, прежде чем мы перейдем к Блейку, я бы хотела поблагодарить генерального партнера нашего проекта компанию Ростелеком и интеллектуального партнера компанию РВК, без которых бесплатное посещение этих лекций не смогло бы состояться. Okay, Blake, so now the floor is yours. And please tell us all about programming the victory.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, guys. Hello, Moscow. It seems very strange connecting with you from London. I'm here in London in an empty office, but I see all you guys there. So I hope you enjoy the presentation. I'm going to talk a little bit about the evolution of technology in sport with a specific reference to football. I'm not going to talk too much about Prozone specifically, but more around the evolution of technology and the use of information in the coaching process, really. I hope it'll be insightful. I'll try and make it relevant to other industries as well, not just football and sport. I think the format of the session, I normally welcome any questions and any interaction during the session, but it'll probably be difficult to do that today. So I think I'll probably speak to you guys for maybe 30, 45 minutes, and then we'll do a Q&A session if anyone's got any comments or any questions they'd like to ask on the presentation. So just a brief thank you to the organisers, Digital October, for having me. It's an honour really to have the opportunity to speak to you guys today. So my name's Blake Wustera. I work for a company called Prozone. Just a very brief introduction into me first, so you know who's speaking to you guys. My background is really in sports science. So I graduated from a university in Cardiff called UWIC, who specifically focus on notation analysis of sport. I've also got an accreditation through an organisation called ISPAS, which for any aspiring coaches, analysts who want to get an accreditation specifically in performance analysis, not just in football but any sport. And there's an organisation there called ISPAS that enables you to get recognised for work that you do in your sport. I've worked as a consultant for Wolverhampton Wanderers. I was fortunate enough to work there at the same time as Glenn Hoddle, obviously a famous English football player, was the manager of that club. So learned a lot from Glenn. And my background's actually in coaching as well. So I'm not a scientist. I'm not a statistician necessarily. I certainly come from a coaching background as well. And that's a big focus really of the industry that we work in. It's not just about the statistical data analysis component. It's around having empathy and understanding for the coaching process. Because statistics actually in any industry, not just in football, can be quite misleading if they're not used in the right way or used in the context of the feedback process, which is trying to affect a positive influence on the players in any sport and any walk of life. I now work for a company called Prozone. Like I said, I'm also a consultant for FIFA and UEFA. Do quite a lot of research and consultancy for those guys around coach education and again performance analysis in football. So just a little bit about me. I mean, in terms of the Prozone business, I should say Prozone and Amisco. These days we actually merged with Amisco in June 2011 last year. So the two businesses who were quite close, rivals really in the past, and now working together in collaboration and jointly we feel that we're the market leaders really in football. We work with over 200 teams worldwide, including a number of clubs now in the Russian league, but obviously other leagues like the Premier League, etc. Is really where our heritage is. Our brand essence as a business, and again any good business has a good vision, a good strategy, and knows exactly what they stand for in their respective industries. Those are three words really that mean a lot to Prozone and mean a lot to me personally, and that is precision, expertise, and insight. So when I say precision, I'm talking about the accuracy and the validity of the data. It's obviously very important in any industry that you're working in when you're using data, and your output is only ever as good as your input really. Therefore accuracy and precision is very important to the business. We feel we've got a lot of expertise. We've been working in the industry now for nearly 20 years, and so we hope that through that knowledge that we've gleaned through those years, we can help teams make better decisions on team selection or player recruitment or scouting, etc. But the most important thing really is using that expertise to deliver an insight. So what I mean by that is the contextualization and the interpretation of data, again, not just in football, but in any industry, is really the most important thing. We're not just a data company. We try through our people and through our interpretation softwares enable people to get an insight, enable our coaches and managers to get an insight into performance, which is the most important thing really. So those are the four main areas I'd say of our business. Essentially we're a data company, but we work obviously in analysis. We offer consultancy services. We do a lot of research, like I said, trying to affect a positive change in the game using the huge database of games that we have. We're capturing probably 10,000 games a year these days from leagues all over the world, from America to South America, to Europe, to Russia, to Poland, and into Asia as well. So we're sat on a huge wealth of data really. And it's that data that gets used for analysis and also player recruitment. So what I mean by that is obviously the scouting of players to try and enhance your team and make your team better, but also using data in the coaching process to try and maximise the performance of the existing players you have in your squad. So obviously not all teams have the budgets of Angie as an example. We're obviously spending a lot of money on bringing new players in at the moment. So essentially that's our business. There's a few images in there that will highlight some of the work that we do. So in the bottom right corner there, you'll see us consulting with FIFA. On the bottom left, you'll see that's one of our cameras that are installed within the Emirates Stadium at Arsenal here in London. We also work with Barcelona on their player recruitment strategy. And we've also done some work, you'll see there on the top right, we work with leagues as well as national teams and teams as well on a league-wide basis, consulting. Our head office is in the UK. We also have another office now in France. Those are the two main offices. We do actually have a presence now in Russia. We have someone out there full-time that supports the Russian teams that we work with. Obviously, it's very important when you're doing business to have that local knowledge, have that local presence and local language, which unfortunately I haven't mastered yet, which is why this lecture is in English, I'm afraid. There's just a selection of some of the clients that we work with, not just in football. We have worked in other sports as well, such as rugby and ice hockey, and some other sports. Football's really the core of what we do.